Welcome back, investors. Once again making headlines, and this time, it's not just about their groundbreaking medications. Merck Co. Inc. NYSE, MRK, a pharmaceutical giant with long-term upside despite short-term hurdles. Merck Co. Inc. MRK continues to hold its ground as one of the most influential players in the global pharmaceutical landscape. With a market cap of nearly $200 billion and a presence in critical fields like oncology, vaccines, infectious diseases, and even animal health, Merck remains a heavyweight in healthcare. Despite a few recent dips, analysts see plenty of room for growth, and Wall Street isn't turning away anytime soon. A solid first quarter amid setbacks. In its Q1 2025 earnings report, Merck reported $15.5 billion in revenue and adjusted earnings per share, EPS, of $2.22. These figures were 2% to 4% above analysts' expectations, which speaks volumes about the company's operational strength. However, a major contributor to its income, Gardasil, the HPV vaccine, took a 41% hit in sales due to reduced demand in China. This drop impacted total revenue, which slid by 2% year over year. But here's where it gets interesting: Merck isn't hitting the panic button. The company reaffirmed its 2025 guidance, projecting annual revenue between $64.10 and $65.6 billion and adjusted EPS in the range of $8.82 to $8.97. That's a confident move and a sign of stability, especially considering the turbulent pharmaceutical landscape. Key products driving growth. The crown jewel in Merck's portfolio remains Keytruda, an immunotherapy drug that has generated billions in sales thanks to its effectiveness in treating multiple types of cancer. Another strong performer is Gardasil, which still remains a globally important vaccine despite the recent slowdown in China. Together, these products have created a robust revenue base for the company and positioned it as a leader in healthcare innovation. However, investors have one eye on the calendar: Keytruda's patent is set to expire in 2028. Once exclusivity is lost, generic competition could eat into Merck's revenue. But this isn't necessarily a death knell. Merck is already working hard to prepare, investing in its manufacturing capabilities, stockpiling inventory, and diversifying its pipeline to stay ahead of potential risks. What analysts are saying? Wall Street remains bullish. According to recent research, the upside potential for MRK stock is nearly 35%, a significant vote of confidence. Analysts appreciate the company's proactive efforts to mitigate tariff risks and regional sales volatility by localizing production and building strategic inventory. And it's not just humans who are optimistic. TipRank's AI-powered analyst Spark rates Merck as outperform. This reflects a favorable blend of financial health, valuation, and long-term growth potential. While there's technical caution in the short term, mainly due to recent selling pressure and volatility, Merck's fundamentals are still rock solid. Institutional investors stay in the game. Big money isn't sitting on the sidelines either. Hedge funds continue to back Merck, with 91 large institutional holders in play. That kind of support often signals that major investors see the long-term strategy playing out favorably, even if the current market is shaky. Inside moves and leadership confidence. Dalton Smart, Merck's Senior VP of Finance and Global Controller, recently sold 4,262 shares valued at over $350,000. While insider sales can sometimes worry investors, this type of transaction is often routine, especially when taken in the context of long-term compensation or planning. It doesn't necessarily reflect a negative outlook on the company's part. The bottom line: a stock to watch and potentially hold. Merck may be facing short-term hurdles, especially with Gardasil sales softening and geopolitical/tariff pressures in play, but the company remains well positioned for future growth. Its strong product lineup, solid financials, and bullish long-term outlook offer a compelling case for patient investors. Even as technical indicators flash mixed signals, analysts and AI-driven models alike believe in Merck's potential. If you're looking for a reliable healthcare stock with resilience, upside, and global reach, MRK is one to keep on your radar.